Every Monday, a kid sets his alarm and then he wakes up to go to school. Every Monday, you guys set your alarm and you wake up and come to sniff with me. And that's exactly what we're going to do. It's sniffing sessions with Andy on a Monday. That doesn't sound like the title of something PG-13, but then again, sports betting is not a PG-13 activity. It's a PG-21 activity. It's 21 to gamble and 21 to sports bet and 21 to do plenty of other things. Other than in Kentucky, right, where you just got to be 18 plus, which is just a random, hilarious loophole, like how Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time, but nobody else gets to have that rule. Anyway, we got 4 games on a Monday. How I feel about these games varies, but I can't say I hate them. I do think I have some type of feel towards some of these games. I'm going to start you out at a place that's probably you guys are pretty familiar with, and that's in Colorado. The last time you heard me utter the Avalanche's name, we took the under 6.5 when they were playing Winnipeg a couple nights ago because they didn't have Makar. They didn't have Bo Byram. We knew Girard wasn't going to be there. No Lehkonen. So I thought with all those deficiencies up front and then not being able to complement them on the back end with additional offense like they typically do with those big 4 guys they have, they would have trouble scoring. Final score was 4-2, and that's the reason why we, don't you know, bump it up, because over here, we're not pushers. We're either going home winners or we're going home losers. We went home a winner on that particular bet. But they got those defensemen back other than Girard, who's still away on his retreat or whatever he's doing. But they got Byram back, they got Makar back, and I think they're going to have a little bit of their swagger back because they need to win because they just dropped 2 in a row at home. Barely squeaked by Anaheim before that and lost in overtime against Anaheim in that game before that. So that's losses in 3 of 4. And I just have a hard time believing this Avalanche team is going to lose 3 straight on their home ice now that they have those defensemen back. I think the Colorado Avalanche are a good place to start on this Monday night. They might have to eke out the win. I'm not doing puck lines. I'm not doing 60. There may be a little bit of a sweat involved, but Calgary is definitely a beatable team. This is going to be in Colorado. They should put forth a very nice effort in this game. I'm going to go with Colorado in that one. The next game we can look at, there's something I like. There's something Premium likes. Maybe there's something you like. It's those New York Islanders. Okay, so here's what I like. Other than the last game against the Kings, it was a 3-2 game. You look at the Islanders games before that. You know this. If you bet on them when they played the Sharks, they blew a 4-1 lead in the third. They're blowing lead after lead after lead. Devils game, Carolina game, Florida game. Sometimes they win in overtime. Sometimes they lose it. They blow leads all over the place. We know that Toronto lost their starting goalie the other night. So Toronto's coming into this game. They're coming off a couple wins, lost their goalie. Islanders blow leads. And the Islanders, other than last game, it's just been over. And they're not even giving us 6.5. They're giving us a clean 6. The Islanders are still missing their top 2 defensemen, Pulock and Pelech. And they made some trades to plug in the holes. But this definitely has the opportunity to go over. Although I am an under guy. If this was 6.5, I'd say, I don't know. But man, it's 6. I think I'm going to go over that 6 just because of how poor this Islanders defense is. Maybe Sorokin started to play well at the end of that last game. I will say that. He let in 2 goals, and then he kind of shut the door on the other squad. My gut's telling me over 6. I'm going to tell you what Odd Shopper Premium likes in this game. Yeah, that's right. They're making their appearance once again, and I just like to let you know that because remember, after they blew that game against the Sharks, up 4-1 in the third, lost 5-4 to the Sharks. The very next game, OS Premium gave you that Islanders puck line as their top plus EV bet on the day against the Blue Jackets. And everyone was scared to take it. I was scared to even say it to you. And what happened? It was like a 7-3 beating. They're giving the Isles plus 1.5 on this one. So they're going plus 1.5. I think it's pretty likely it will go over 6. So if you want, you can screw Islanders fans, you can screw me, you can put all this together. This is going to be part Odd Shopper Premium, part me, and part screw Islanders fans. So we're going to go plus 1.5 with the Islanders, over 6.5. John Tavares needs 2 points to hit a major milestone. And they're saying like they want to see it happen on the island. 2 points for Tavares, 1 point for Horvat, over 6.5.
Pirates.
2 points for Tavares, 1 for Horvat, over 6.5. Islanders plus 1.5. And you can do that. You can get those 2 points for Tavares over at Bet Rivers. The same type of same game parlays I was telling you guys exist over there, where you can take player props that are typically at 1 point. You can take the alts on them to build some mega same game parlays. And if you want to put in this bet, you can do it over there. And I made it easy by putting the link down below. You click that and your first bet will be risk-free depending on what state you're in. So just read the description down below. It will show you how much your first bet is risk-free in your state. Click the link, go to Bet Rivers, build this, and put in your first bet, which will be risk-free.
I am a pirate.
If you or anybody you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. So yeah, a wacky over plus 1.5 for Isles, point for Horvat, 2 for Tavares, same game parlay. But also, I do think it's a good time to take Tavares for a point or his over on shots on goals. If you believe that he wants to hit that milestone in UBS against the Islanders, then maybe he'll be a little more prone to shoot, get pucks on net, hope to scrounge some extra points. So those Tavares props can be there for you, but the Isles fans who are watching are not going to be happy to hear that from me. I see a little bit of Sabres hosting Arizona. This is another one I think you can build a ruckus over. If I was to do this over on Bet Rivers, I would go 2 points for Dahlin, 1 for Keller, over 6.5. I think the Sabres might win this one. I think the Sabres might win this game against Arizona. I'm going to pick the Buffalo Sabres against Arizona. Let's see if they can screw. Remember who the big screw job teams are. They'll screw you every time they can if they have the opportunity to. Sabres are a screw you team. Ottawa's a screw you team. Pittsburgh could be a screw you team. Devils have now once again become a screw you team, and Detroit. Those are the big 5 who are down to screw you. But I'm going to go with one of them. I'm going with Buffalo at home against Arizona. Now, I do want to say to you, with these same game parlays over at Bet Rivers, because they're not available the night before, it's hard for me to show you these tickets. But if you were to look at this one that I just put together last night so that you guys know what it could look like, this is what it's like. You can take 2 points for one player on the Sharks, 2 points for one player on Vegas to win, and you see the types of prices that you can build if you're right about games that get very ruckusy and players can potentially have 2 points. But that's only if you're a dang pirate. If for non-pirates, I like Colorado. Odd Shopper Premium likes plus 1.5 for Isles. I like over 6 on Isles. And I have a light feel on the Sabres. That's what I have for you here on a Monday. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed here to the Odd Shopper channel. Come follow me on social media. Very much appreciated if you do that for me. It's at Andy Francis, like you see on your screen in the bottom left corner. That's what my name is on all platforms. You don't have to guess who it is or anything like that. That's my name on every single social media platform. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow to talk about the larger Tuesday slate. I'll see you then, and good luck.